get ready to go to work. What you cooking? What this is?
Some cauliflower. What's up? You gotta go to
Cauliflower.
work? Yeah, you gotta go to work?
Who? Why you cooking cauliflower right now and I'm leaving to go to work? Why you didn't cook this earlier?
Cause I made you something else. Did I not? Did I not make you something else? This is what I'm cooking for dinner. So.
But the kids don't even eat this, so why you making this right now? I don't understand what you making it for.
I want some. So what's the issue?
So you gonna eat all this cauliflower by yourself?
I'm not saying I'm gonna eat it by myself, but I'm just making some. But you about to go to work? You gonna make this?
You really playing with me right now?
No, but you about to
If the kids don't eat, why you making all this? And the kids still gotta eat. Who you cooking it for?
Hey, I'm cooking it for myself. Like, come on now.
I'm trying to like, be nice right now before I go to work.
Okay, be nice.
Can you be real, bro? Who is you cooking this for? Cause you're not making all this stuff for yourself.
Oh, okay. You want me to be real?
What's up? Talk to me, cause you've been acting real crazy since yesterday. Since I told you I don't want to be in that kid's life no more.
I mean,
ever since I told you that he needs to go back to his daddy, you've been acting real. Why you doing that?
So
man,
you
look,
told me
I'm not about to play with you today.
No, I'm about to tell you.
Let me get something to drink.
You told me to talk to his dad, right?
What you mean I told you? Yeah, and what? What that guy doing?
So I reached out to his dad, and he goes, "Come in and see him."
Come where? Not over here. Come where?
He's coming here.
So you gonna call him at our house when I'm about to go to work?
Well, you were supposed to come earlier, but he had to work. So it's just you work overnight, and I didn't know.
Why you didn't tell me you called him?
Because that was just a conversation I felt like that me and him have to have. Like, you told me to call him, so I just did what you told me to do.
Listen, baby. Ain't no man coming to my house while I'm at work.
Look, he already on the
Better
way.
yet, you cooking for another man while I'm going to work. That's not about to fly with me.
Babe, he already on the way, so can you not act like that?
What? Why you? Listen, bro. Nah.
Listen, why
Nah,
you come
bro.
here like
Nah,
that? Acting like that
nah.
and come here. What's the
Listen,
issue?
why you gonna wait till I'm going to work to call another man weakness? Just because I said that your child needs to be in his daddy's life, don't mean I said that he needs to be in your life. That's two different things.
He's not be in my life. He just come to see him. Once they sit down.
I do not want another man in my house. Like, I'm trying to see what you don't understand.
Well, what I'm supposed to do? He already on the way.
Tell him you're gonna meet him down the street or something. Go get your kids. Go get them ready.
I'm not. Okay, well, after I eat, then I don't know. I'm not doing that. I'm not. He coming over here. He gonna eat. Okay.
You need to listen to what I'm saying. I'm not going to work until he see his daddy.
Well, don't go to work. Don't go to work.
Well, the dude, he not coming to my house. I don't even want him to get comfortable with coming to my house. I never said I want him at my house. I never told you that.
Really?
I never told you I wanted nobody at my house. I just said the kids need to see their daddy.
So you gonna make it? You gonna really make this hard for me? Is what you saying? You gonna really do this? After you told me to reach out to this man, I didn't even want nothing to do with him.
Well, y'all could have met up somewhere.
No, this is my house too, right? This is my house. I live here too, right? So if he want to,
Out of respect, y'all could have met this weekend while I was here or something. But yeah, I don't want him in my house. I don't want him in my house.
You know what? Well, you need to figure something out because he on the way. He on the way.
Call him and tell him not be on the way.
No, I'm not doing that. Man, with all due respect.
You really gonna disrespect? You really gonna disrespect me right now?
Call your boss and tell him that you gotta take off.
Oh, I'm definitely about to call him and tell him about to take off because ain't nobody about to be in my house while I'm not here.
I mean, with all due
That's
respect,
that's simple.
I'm not trying to do nothing behind your back. That wasn't my plan.
Man, you trying to do something because you sitting up here cooking. You didn't even tell me you was about to cook none of this. You didn't tell me he was coming. Obviously had something planned.
Just to eat some food. And that's it. He was gonna go home.
And crazily, you wouldn't have started cooking until I left if he wouldn't have told you he was on his way.
Man, come
That's
on.
the type of stuff you do though.
Hey, really? That's what you're doing? That's the lane you're trying to go down, right?
Man, all right, baby, listen.
What's the issue?
I don't want nobody in my house. I don't care if I'm staying. I don't want him. Tell him we gonna meet him somewhere else.
No,
tell him go to Chuck E. Cheese or something.
Listen, we're meeting.
You He want to see his child. Tell him go to Chuck E. Cheese. I'm gonna help him out as a man. Go to Chuck E. Cheese or CC's Pizza or stuff. I help him out. I'll pay for the meal. I don't care.
I don't believe this is legitimate, okay? I think this is a sketch or a skit or whatever the fuck you want to call it. You know, a lot of assholes are making these bad-faced skits, I like to call them. You know, trying to go viral and get a little bit of coin. That's what it's all about. Shit, I really don't believe that shit. I'm gonna say between 30 to 50% of men would react in a physical way and shit, like fuck up the house and shit, or mess up some shit, or take the pan and, you know, dump it in the sink or something, you know. But hey, you know, since we have a clip here, I got it from some African channel. You know, I don't want to call them Tether, but you know, you'll see the watermark on there. You can go look that up if you want to. Okay. Now, no disrespect, but you know, I wouldn't have taken a clip if the information for the TikTok video was on the screen or whatnot. So you know, I wanted to comment on this shit, so I had to do what I had to do. Right? So since we have a teachable moment, I'm gonna tell you a few things. Shit. I want you to notice how the whole time they're having a conversation, she's still pressing her point. She's still like intent on doing what she wants to do. Shit, that's a no-fly zone. Shit, a lot of us have been, you know, socially engineered, raised to overlook, you know, female bullshit. Okay, we've been taught to be like, well, I don't know if I want to say tolerant, but yeah, we've been kind of taught to be tolerant or just take it and shit, you know, grin and bear, you know, bite the pillow, relationship politics, you know, that shit can't fly in the future, okay? All right, I'm gonna tell you what to do, but I want to point out that the whole time they're talking, she has never wavered from what she intends to do by having another man in this guy's house and whatnot. She even says like, hey, this is my house too and shit. And it's like, okay, cool. If your name is on the lease, this is your fucking house. If it's not on the fucking lease, this ain't your fucking house. Okay? Then, you know, I understand this kind of shit. I understand it from both angles and shit. I understand it from a co-parenting point of view and shit. And, you know, it burns me, man. It really gets on my nerves that, you know, it seems like a lot of these damaged, you know, women, their job is to make you everything that you ain't and shit. Okay, everything that you believe in, everything that makes you who you are, they want to make you unmake your ass and shit. They want to. That's why you always hear like a woman talk about, you know, I want to, you know, I can change them and all this bullshit. Okay, it's not done from a romantic standpoint, especially in our ethnic community and shit. Okay, it's, you know, criminal hypergamy. Okay, it's the whole cuckoo's nest thing. She's gonna move in, displace you. You know, morally, you know, spiritually in some cases and shit, economically, definitely, and whatnot. She's gonna enforce her will in the house and shit. She's trying to do that gradual talk and shit, like that low level of talk, and she's really telling them, you know, do as I say, not as I do, Negro. Not so much that, but she's very subtly, you know, reinforcing that she's gonna have another man come over the house while he's out at work. Okay, he's just supposed to lump it and go to work and work all day and wonder if she's having sex with him and what they're talking about and make himself a neurotic mess and shit. That shit's not gonna fly. That don't fly. This is how you handle that. Okay, you tell her, you say, then once you discover what she's doing, you say no. You say you're not gonna do that. Turn off the stove and pour that shit out. Okay, and I want you to take it to the garbage and dump it and shit. Okay. She's obviously gonna balk at shit. You're gonna repeat what you just said, all right? You're gonna repeat what you just said. If she doesn't do that, you know what you have to do, right? All right? So just in the case she does turn off the stove and dump the shit she's cooking for the other man, she's cooking another man's food in your fucking house. Not even for the kids that's there that he said he didn't want to take care of the fucking kid or not. Once she does that, you tell me, hey, give me that nigga's number or dial him up and hand me the phone and shit. You say, hey, bruh, you know, no disrespect. I don't want you to be in my home So, if you want to drive by and pick her up, then, you're free to do so. But I really wouldn't appreciate it if you're my home. There could be consequences for this kind of thing. And it doesn't matter if he talks to you like a normal human being, it's all good. But if he starts, being a pookie or something, you just end the call and shit. And then you call in to work, and you wait till this motherfucker pull up and shit. You try to get his license plate number. And you report that shit to the police and shit. You report that he made a terrorist threat. All right? And then what you're going to do is you're going to have to get this female out of your house. If she's not on the lease, all good, man. It depends on how long she's been living there. You may have to serve her an eviction notice. But I would advise you, if she continues running her, flapping her gums, you take stock of everything that you pay for, the utilities, all that. You stop payments on utilities, card notes, anything, phone bill, all that shit. Turn that shit off. All right? You turn that shit off. And then you try to figure out if there's a place you can go where you can rent yourself a single room occupancy. And you go there and shit, and you just leave it up to, you call your landlord and let them know that, you're going to have to break your lease. You're going to lose some money. You're going to lose some money anyway when you want to let a woman in your house that you're not married to. Okay? And if you are married and whatnot, I still advise you to do the same thing and tell your lawyer, officially tells you that you have to pay those utilities shit, not before, okay? And then you just put it on a payment plan and try to finagle the fuck out of that shit in court. You're probably gonna lose, but it's worth it. It's worth a chance of shit. You have to install checks and balances and consequences for bad behavior and shit. This is why these women do this shit. And this is why you always see them with some bum ass nigga like a Pookie or something and shit, because they've browbeaten you. You've already been prepared to be in this messed up situation by your upbringing. A lot of us, you've been prepared for that. Now you're out there. You don't have no kind of guidance about dealing with shit like this. It's out of pocket. Okay, she's out of pocket. You are in charge of the fucking household. If you're not, you shouldn't be there. Okay. All right. If a woman don't know her place, then she don't belong in your house. Okay. Her job is to make you everything you ain't. Keep that shit in the back of your mind when you encounter behavior like this. That when somebody just low level, running their pie hole, telling you what's what, when you pay when you pay bills and deal with shit and put your ass on the line and shit, it's just not fair. All right, and I'm afraid that if we don't have to deal with this kind of bullshit. If you choose to stay in the matrix and deal with this bullshit, then you're gonna have to adopt some of their techniques about dealing with adversity and shit. Women like to, they like to move the goalposts and they like to cut you off. They like to turn off shit like your access to your children and physical affection, all that bullshit. Okay, you can't pretty much do that to a woman and shit, but you can turn off your assets and refuse to pay bills. Take a leave of absence. Don't tell her. Take a if you got the PTO time or whatever, take like as long as, take like 75% of your PTO time off. And don't tell her, just tell her you quit your job because you don't want to be in a situation, you don't want to be in a no-win situation, a bad faith agreement, with this woman. All right? And I want to reiterate that I don't believe this is a real sketch. Like a number of these sketches I see would end in bloody violence, to be quite honest. Okay, somebody getting shot or something. If a woman compromises your safety, with like other people coming in, she can't seem to keep her pants up and shit. She's always got problems. She's always coming home and telling you that someone else is talking to her. It's time for her to go. Right? The minute you hear any of that kind of shit, like, oh, this motherfucker came at me like sideways, I'm like, okay, cool. Like, listen to that shit. Like, I want you to go get a calendar and put an X on that bitch, and then you get 2 more X's, she gotta go. Okay? Don't respond to that stuff. Don't feed into the bullshit. You're supposed to be order in the house. Alright? They're the heart and you're the brain. And you use your fucking brain. Okay? I don't care how good she is between the sheets or any of that bullshit. Okay? If she's an insurance liability, a risk to your safety and security and shit, by having your house open to some other guy and shit, you ain't there, then you don't need to be there, bro. Okay, somebody's gotta go. She's probably not gonna go. Okay, she's gonna, listen to this female's voice, this bust down. Obviously, a bust down. I was looking at it. Just in her voice, I knew that she probably wouldn't leave if he wanted her to leave and get, pull him out the house with her kid, you know. So, you just turn off all the bullshit, turn off all that shit like you moving or something, right? And get a single residence occupancy or go home to your parents or to a friend's house. And just, hey, lump it, you're gonna take a loss. You made a bad decision when she was in your home in the first place. This has been a teachable moment. And I'm serious about that. Our women, the women that share our genetic marker that makes them black, let's put it that way. Right? The other side of the gender line, in the black community, does not understand anything outside of nuclear shock and awe, checks and balances. Okay? Right? We need to do this shit for 47 years, to be quite honest, or more, to get our point across. Okay? But it's happening. Whether it's chaos theory, and I'm a misogynist anarchist, and this has been a teachable moment. Kings, keep your head on a swivel, protect the bag, and above all else, do not make fallen women the stewards. Do not make them the stewards of your families or the mothers of your children and shit, okay? Alright? SYSBM means save yourself, black men. All praise to the Most High.
The Black Patriarchy. A non-existent group of fictional black male power brokers not discredited, erroneously jailed or outright killed by the minority majority who look the other way as they work tirelessly to shame, oppress, and outright take out the altruistic black female populace of the honorable democratic United States of America. 3K's inset bitches. These evil wealthy members of the black patriarchy are the sole reason for all the ills of the black community, walking, talking, holding down jobs, and doing everything up to and including giving their very lives in service to their baby mamas and baby's motherfucking kids. Their motto that strikes fear into the hearts of black women everywhere: bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks.